Like, I'm going to try and put Faena to bed. I think Faena needs to go to bed.
Okay. And how long are you guys going to stay at the Cell Stars? The secret sleeper car?
Sleeper car. Well, I brought my stuff there, so I was planning on staying there.
Okay.
And I'm just hanging out till everyone falls asleep. I don't really have any. I'll crash where I crash. I'm not worried about it.
Uncle Moby does decide to call it a night.
Okay.
That's
It's like, I got stabbed today. I'm tired.
Willie, you notice isn't really like paying attention to sleep. Once the game stops and everyone starts doing their own thing, he's kind of just like, he's got books he's pulling out and like reading. And so if you guys want to stay there, you're welcome to. If you want to head back to the sleeper car, you can. And just checking in.
Yeah. I'll stay here and keep an eye on them.
Yeah. Two things. And maybe this isn't the best time to bring it up, but something to think about for the morning. Faena's not okay. And I know that you're upset. I get it. We need to make her feel like she's a part of this group in some way. It doesn't have to be major. Just a task we can give her, something that she can feel like she's important. I know it. Just think about it. That's all I want to say.
That's fair, but I don't think it's going to be great coming from me. Whatever that task
It can come
is.
from me.
Yeah.
But I have no ideas at the moment. So, and two, what are the 4 winds? 2 of the 4 winds? What does that mean?
I don't know. I just know wind comes through. But anything? Do we know of any?
Give me what would you like to roll? Nature or history?
History.
Okay. Give me a history check. I'm not going to tell you what the DC is, but it is high.
That's not high. I think that is only a 9. Yes, 9.
There's talk of winds coming from each direction. Like there's the cardinal directions. Those aren't different in this world. But there's, north, south, east, west. Which one is supposed to be which? If there's only 2, which 2? Like, it doesn't really make sense.
And then how do you get wind? How do you
Well, it's like, is like the wind is blowing in our direction, or is it like actual wind speeds, or?
Well, it said found. Sorry, I'm not.
No.
I'm just reading. But the prophecy says when 2 of the 4 winds are found.
Found.
So it implies that somebody lost them.
Yeah.
Or is it maybe it's not the wind we think about? Is it like, is Wind a person? Maybe it's someone last named Wind?
I was curious if that was what. Would that be? Does that make sense to you? I mean, you don't know any more than we do necessarily about how.
Not about this one.
Yeah.
2 of the, and why just 2?
And I mean, if all you need is 2, like, I don't know. 2 of the 4 wins. It sounds like either people or items of note of some sort.
I mean, it's a nice riddle, but that's not the extent of what we need to do. We just have to get it.
No, I didn't know if maybe if I knew more than I did, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. I'll head back to the other 2. You guys just meet up in the morning? Breakfast?
Yeah. Breakfast.
All right.
You
head out. Yep.
Sleeper car. I think as you enter, you see River and Faena kind of open the door to theirs, heading in, and then there's another door. The door on the other side of the car opens, and you see an attendant walking in. A woman indicates the sleeper car that was vacated, or not car, but the bunk that was vacated by Han and Simba. And she, like, as the attendant walks her in, she's about your height, maybe a little shorter, actually. Dark skin, red hair, pretty bushy, and you watch as she is, because of like the way the dress is cut, you can see she is so buff, squeezed into what someone clearly a nice dress that looks like maybe like height of fashion, or if not height of fashion, at least one that's supposed to look really, really nice. Like she's got like a hat kind of like held, like tied under her, like look like a woman going out to like, I was gonna say to church, but that's not equivalent here. But yeah, like dressed so nice, but like a super kind of like buff, like she doesn't quite fit in the dress. You see in her left hand, she's got a pickaxe, and in the right one, her right arm, you can see is smaller and blue. And you can, like, it's got, like, the sleeve has been tied up above it, so you can see it's connected at the elbow. And it's, you watch as, like, her little finger hinges move, and this, it's painted like a child decorated it. So you can see, like, unicorns and, like scratched out, like, little, like, scratchy paintings on it. As she walks in, and she's going in, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this will be great. I'm loving it. Yeah, this will be fantastic. I'll be quiet because I'm sure everyone's sleeping, but this is gonna be great. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's great." And the attendant's like, "You're very welcome. If you need anything, please let us know." And she's like, "I absolutely will. It's gonna be great. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm so excited. Oh, big time." Okay. And you see, she gets in the car with her like bag. She pickaxe is in her left arm. She's holding her bag with like the little arm.
I just want you to know right now that Faedan is just staring, watching this entire thing.
Good.
Trying to not stare, but also like knows that she's not paying attention either. She's so excited about everything that's happening, so he's just not making it not obvious.
Yeah, she's like, as the attendant leaves, she goes in, like opens the door to the sleeper car, like puts her bag down, like. Stretches in the dress that clearly is not meant for this much movement, and like sees you and goes, "Oh, hi, you staying in here too?"
Yeah, well, not that one, but
right.
Yeah.
Hi,
I'm
BB.
I'm Faedan.
Nice to meet you.
Is BB short for something?
Yeah, beware of dog.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a family name, and I know it's. I didn't expect you to ask so quick. My long story. My mama had a big guard dog. Dad wasn't scared. I was born. Dog didn't matter. So it kind of got roped into the name.
Right.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah. So BB Black is
BB Black.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a pleasure. She like kind of like drops. You hear just thunk as she drops her bag inside in the pickaxe and comes up and like holds out her left hand to shake yours.
Oh,
like it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you heading to Idolic?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. I'm excited. Have you been?
no.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
What are you going for? What's?
Oh, work.
Okay.
Yeah, things in persistence. I'm from persistence. Things are kind of slow.
Okay.
So, it's the time to pack up and seek my fortunes elsewhere.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go. I figured Idolic, big city, big opportunity.
Is it a move, or are you just going for like a couple months for work?
No, it's a move.
Okay.
Yeah, it's put on my my finest, and
You could. I mean, you look great.
thanks.
But as someone who's been on a train for a while, you can get comfortable.
I'm about to.
Okay.
Mama wanted to see me on the train. You see, she's probably like 20, 21.
Okay.
She's like, Mama wanted to see me get on the train, and now I'm just getting out of this dress real fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a pleasure. I will admit I've been up all day packing, so this was not the longest term of plans. It kind of came up rather suddenly, so it's a pleasure meeting you. I am gonna call it a night, but I will see you in the morning.
For sure. Yep.
Appreciate it. And she heads back into her car, and then you just hear, like, as she closes the door, you hear thump, Dunk, dunk. It's like whatever's in her bag is heavy, and she seems to be unpacking.
Okay.
Like, you had just caught Faena and River getting into their bunk right before this all went down.
Right.
So I think you guys have already called it.
And I'm shaking off that image of just like so excited, but also such a strangely excited person, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And heading into my sleeper car as well. That's where I'm.
Unless there's anything anyone wants to do during the night.
Archer waits for Willie to like go to sleep, and stays up the whole night and doesn't go to sleep. His mind is just it's kind of that thing where cool heads bring clarity, and like goes through the situation of the day and like his words and how he like hasn't been that mad in a while, but his anger when he did kind of go through that was like to people who were like older men who were like too drunk or like being stupid in like a bar or maybe somewhere else or like work, and like he now sees his perspective of Faena and River and his anger towards them, and like feels awful about the emotions he was going through, and imagines Cliff and Kaya kind of like in that situation of like his own little kids, and how like he's never yelled at his kids because they were always like listened to him or took his word, and he realized that these aren't his kids, and he's taken all this of responsibility onto himself like it's a job, and he was seeing everyone almost as like coworkers. Like, this is, why are we like fighting? Why are we working against each other when we all have this like one job? But that's not the case, because this isn't a job. And he's just kind of like he's going through like his own like little mind palace in his like head, and just kind of like going through the situations and like what could have been said differently. And then he just stays up the whole night because Sachin is still on the train, and despite what Faedan told me, I don't trust any of it, so he stays up the whole night.
Why don't you give yourself that point of exhaustion?
Yep.
I know you see coming.
That to yourself.
But as you watch, as you stay up thinking, there's a moment where like you're looking over and you see Willie like in kind of like settled up on like the makeshift bunk they put together because the beds aren't made in this one, and then thinking and looking back and seeing that Willie on his bunk has like fallen asleep with like the book on his chest. Like, and after there's some more time contemplating, staying up on alert, and you start to hear like a scratching sound, and you look over and you realize that still asleep, you see Willie is like with his fingers writing on his book, just kind of like scratching out. Looks like you can see it's more than just like finger spasms. He's like unconsciously, like whatever he's thinking about in his sleep, he's like writing it out.
Like actually writing, or just like the motions?
The motions of just like with like almost like on a like breathing on a glass and then writing with your finger. He's just kind of like using his fingertips and like just kind of like scribbling. Like he's like even unconscious, his brain isn't shutting off, and he's still like going through things.
Just watch him.
Yeah.
A part of me contemplates putting a pencil in his hand, and I'm like, I'll just maybe ask him about it tomorrow. I look over at Celestar, still sleeping.
Just out. Yeah.
Is he rising?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's alive. He's just beat.
Yeah.
And you remember like that knife wound is completely healed.
Yeah.
Thanks to whatever happened. But before it was healed, you saw that was like a 4-inch knife buried in his ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is it a miracle it's alive, that he's alive, it's no wonder he's exhausted.
Yeah. And like the pieces are starting to come together because I also remember when we were fighting the smoke and it was just River and I in the shower and I passed out and I vaguely remember like a similar heat that brought me back. So yeah. But yeah.
Each of you feel one of these individuals, the young one or the two older women, you do not feel the dead woman coming with you. But each of them takes one of you and starts to lead you out.
I'm going to stop peeking.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah, me neither.
I got a responsibility.
It stays this way for about 20, 30 minutes. As they lead you up the hills, down through the trees, amongst like this extremely treacherous terrain, they are taking pains to make sure that no harm comes to you as you travel until finally each of you here feel a tap on your hands covering your eyes, and as you take your hands down, which you definitely had up the whole time, after some time you finally feel a tap on your hands, and as you take them down from your eyes, you see the train tracks.
What?
I am going to look down the train tracks.
You look down the train tracks and they...
Back towards, like, Sweet Gum, that direction. Do I see anything?
You see the Duende Forest. It feels pretty far from Sweet Gum. You don't see buildings, and you didn't walk for a short while. It feels as though you have moved far past that town.
I'm gonna do a stupid thing.
Okay.
It's comedically stupid. It's not
I'm listening.
D&D stupid. Courier is gonna kind of furrow her brows a bit and then look to the young one.
Give me a perception check.
Bet you they're gone, those motherfuckers. That is a 17.
You're very perceptive.
Yes, I am.
She is.
When you turn back, you see no sign of them. Just the trees in the woods.
No trees that look like them? Nope.
What'd you get?
17.
You see, there are trees that look hollowed out. But it's impossible to tell.
As soon as she realizes, she's gonna go see if anything moves.
There's some movement.
Do I see the squirrels?
You see a few birds fluttering in the woods. The type of life in the forest that you did not see near Sweet Gum.
Okay.
I'm going to turn back to where they disappeared and just just in case anyone's watching.
I like it.
I'm just gonna do a little thank you. And then just look at them.
Give them a blink. Slow as you can.
And then I do a slow little blink. Very curiously. I'm just like, okay.
Good job.
Thank you. Fuck.
I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, we gotta walk. We don't have polar neck. That's
What time
my
of
girl.
day is it?
It's getting on towards the evening. Like it's probably mid-afternoon, getting into late.
We will continue until we find a clearing, and come night we will make camp.
Come on, Heidi. I like take your hands and I'm like
Okay.
pulling you up.
I get up.
Are you walking in? Are you moving into the woods?
We are staying
Or are you staying
along.
on the train
We are
tracks?
staying along the train tracks.
Okay.
Because usually there's like a gravel embankment.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
so-
they have graded the ground to put the tracks down.
We're going to be walking on the ground near the grade, but not on the tracks because, as as Courier has figured out, I'd rather deal with some brush than tripping over fucking bars or getting my foot stuck. Or-
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that was the fastest that the Garrotter was moving, and that thing knows how to move. So this is what we've learned.
All right. You travel until evening starts to fall, until the sun starts to go out. And eventually it's finding a clearing here on the side of the road on the side of the train tracks isn't super obvious. But there's enough area, there's enough space on the side. Also, for reference, the railroad tracks are not as narrow as they are in our world. They're pretty wide. So the ground, so the graded area is pretty large. You could camp on the side of the tracks.
Do you still have a torch?
Yep. And candles.
Mine were left on the wagon.
I think I have one in my pack. Yeah.
We will use it for camp.
All right.
Okay. Are you going to just use the torch, or are you going to go try to gather some wood as well?
Well, we're definitely making a small fire.
Okay.
Nothing large. And she's going to take her hands and she's going to dig out like a small pit, so it's a lower fire. So if something in the woods happens to be watching, it's not going to see the glow above. It has a smaller radius.
I understand. Who's collecting firewood?
I was thinking of like trying to collect food for us since
Okay.
I don't think we have any.
Got it. You're going to forage.
Yes.
Cool. Is anyone who... That's also good, but you will also need to collect firewood.
I can collect.
Stay within sight.
Okay.
Okay.
I need each of you to give me a survival check.
Me as well?
No. Sorry, each of the people looking.
10.
10?
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Hey.
Heidi. A 10. With a 10, you're able to head into the woods, picking up whatever dry, dead-seeming branches you can find, and it's, half and half. You're not used to collecting wood for a fire, so you find, some dead twigs, some ones that are maybe not dead enough to make good fire, but enough that things keep going, that you can move on. As you do so, you do notice collecting. You hear the little chirping of little birds. When looking around, you see there's 3 they're small. They're maybe about yay big as they sit. Like little black birds with purple struck through their feathers. Just 3 of them kind of like flitting around, watching, like keeping an eye on you as you like move around.
Give him a side eye.
They don't really react. They're birds.
Okay. I'll leave then.
Tobi, with a dirty 20, what do you find that is edible?
Nice.
Let's see. I'm going to get a few squirrels for protein. I'm going to get some berries. And
I have to know because I know Tobi. Tobi, how do you catch squirrels?
I'm going to grab a rock and try to like aim it as well as I can and throw it at the squirrels. Like each squirrel.
It is ridiculous how these skills you have gained as a miner throwing rocks at Mikey and Celestar has actually come in handy and for legitimate hunting. Yeah,
This is canon.
it is.
It is.
No, it's a rock.
In her arms, though?
It's a cannon. Tobi, known for her strength.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Come back with squirrel meat and berries. Plenty. Yeah.
There is a distinct look of confusion and minor shock. And a little bit of respect that is sitting on Courier's face as you walk up with these squirrels in hands. Like,
I try to do it a little bit more cool than that.
okay. It's just, I will dress them.
Thank you.
Very well. Nicely done. You have food. You have a fire. You have a fire that's smoking a little more than it should, than you would like, but it's a fire. And the evening goes without incident. Who wants to take the first watch?
I will take the first
Not me.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to, but I'm so glad that you
I'll
are.
take the first watch. I will make sure that she has my bedroll.
All right. Give me a perception check.
23.
Oh, we're so good when we're not fighting.
Now that we're two.
They're while they rest and you keep an eye on the woods.
I am aware. I am sentineled, and I have my crossbow and my dagger.
I understand. There's not a lot happening. It's pretty quiet. There's still the sounds of the forest, sounds of nocturnal animals, and every now and then, like the fluttering of something in the woods, something in the bushes nearby, like wings. But nothing gets close enough to warrant any concern.
After a while, when things kind of die down, I'm going to grab one of the far too green sticks that was brought that is absolutely not good at all for a fire. I'm going to set the crossbow down and just start carving. I'm going to carve a little squirrel.
Okay.
Just a little guy. Real tiny for myself. Stick it in my pack.
Easy enough. Is it modeled off of anyone in particular, or is it just trying to make person look out of a carving?
It is a very, very tiny and minor way that Koa is appreciating the fact that these tree creatures and their squirrel companions worked to keep them safe. Because throughout her time in Sweet Gum, the squirrels were following her, watching her. And one of them died trying to make sure that they could get through. So it is a memento and a quiet, reverent thanks.
Who do you wake up to take the next watch?
Tobi, that one's healing.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Don't mind the flutters.
Flutters.
There have been many birds.
Okay. Thank
They
you.
don't seem to be bothering us.
Okay. Here's your sleeping pouch.
If you need it, you can be more comfortable sitting on it.
Take it. It's yours. You should be comfortable too.
And she's gonna kind of hold it up. Can you use this? As she gestures to her crossbow. Do you know how?
Mm-hmm. And I just look at it and I'm silently in my head and I'm like, fuck, how do I use this?
I would like to insight
No.
that.
No.
because I'm right in front of her.
Give me an insight check. But you can give me deception
Yeah, go right
with
ahead.
advantage because this is one of those things of you just have to not make a face.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. 21.
Sorry, that's a 23.
No fucking way. No fucking way. Bro, no way. I did so good. Damn.
She just
Not good enough.
I know.
she's gonna hand it to you, and then she's gonna catch that tiny momentary flick on your face of hesitation, and she'll look at you and she'll make eye contact and she'll hold it. Then you will learn, and she'll go to bed.
Okay. I sit by the fire and just gently put it down.
She gave you trust, baby.
Yes, I know. And I'm just like looking around for a while, listening to the sounds of the night. And on my knee, I'll just like play the little song that would unlock the web, just to kind of think of like my family and all that jazz.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 7.
7?
Yep.
If you look back over at Courier at any point in time, you notice that she is sleeping a short sword in one hand and a dagger in the other.
She doesn't trust me that much.
Most of the sounds that you're hearing are pretty traditional. There's what you expect to hear in the woods. Pondell is half full, so you've got, half of the moonlight coming through these trees. It's not a lot, but you're close enough to the train tracks that the trees have been cleared, allowing for more light than you're used to on this trip. There's one thing that concerns you, because not close, but in the woods behind the trees, close enough you can hear it, every so often you hear a deep purr, and then it stops, and then you don't hear anything, and then it's quiet, just the normal sounds of the woods.
After like the third time of hearing it, I look at the crossbow and I'm like trying to just visually figure out how it would work before like actually getting into it.
Give me investigation or history.
I'll do investigation.
Okay.
How the fuck did she string this thing?
Yeah, I'm just like, how do I pull it back?
Oh, is it not cocked?
Is it not cocked?
It's got a bolt
Uh-huh.
settled in it,
But it's not cocked.
but it's not primed. No.
Got it.
Okay, yeah. Figured.
Yeah, this is a little. It's Tobi. It's ready to go. You just have to pull the trigger.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough.
Yeah.
She's prepared it for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
I just keep looking around because I think I'm safe with my cocked crossbow. I got it. And then,
Nothing. It never comes closer.
okay,
Staying in the trees where you can't see it.
good. I'm just just gonna pull out my nifty little book.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go to the first page.
Okay.
I'm just like looking around.
Again, that deep, low purr. Do you have a question? Or are you just spending some time reading it?
I'm just I'm gonna have a question. When it doesn't look like I have to make any noise. Yep. Because I'm not gonna try to lure this thing in to us. A lot of these have music notes. I might, I'm just gonna close it. I'm not gonna try it.
Is there anything else you want to do before you wake up, Heidi?
No.
Okay. You're fine.
Okay.
You're not. I'm not. It's not a threat. It's a question. Okay.
Okay. Your turn.
Thanks. How'd it go?
Pretty good. I'm just gonna hand this to you, and I hand you the crossbow.
Okay, I see that it's not ready to go.
Yeah. It's ready to go. Yeah. I think you just gotta like.
Did Courier tell you it was ready to go? Courier. Put it down.
Yeah, Nala, did she?
That's a question for Nala.
Yeah. Not at all. But Tobi doesn't understand that. And yeah. There's this.
Let me
weird-
show you something.
Okay, please.
And I want to show how to properly
Yeah.
string it up and get it ready. You see?
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Can I just try it? I'm not gonna like pull. I want to know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Release
Can you-
it. Try.
thank you.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
And then Tobi tries, does it horribly wrong. And I feel dangerously wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're how long have you been a colonel?
For at least like Pondel's like 2 years. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Great basics weapon training out here, huh?
Yeah, I didn't really pass with the.
You didn't pass?
Yeah, no, with the crossbow. This I don't. For some reason, this just didn't register with me. But the other types of hunting, like I can easily kill some squirrels and forage. And
How'd you kill these squirrels?
I literally just threw a rock.
Really? Did
Yeah.
you learn that in the army?
Yeah. I mean, you know how to do this crossbow, but do you want to see how I just like did it or
Yeah.
something?
I mean, you have to get to bed.
I
but
would love to
I
get to
would
bed.
love to see that. Maybe you can show me tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. I just literally just Okay, I'm just gonna head to bed.
I don't
Alright.
think we need any insight on that one.
Good night, Colonel.
Okay. Good night, Heidi.
Sleep well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I just
Can you what?
I just wanted to see.
What?
If
How
if-
badly you would fail?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a 7. So
At least you didn't shoot Heidi. When you were like, I do it dangerously wrong, I was like, muzzle control, please.
You do it like this, right?
Yeah.
As soon as Tobi lays down, I want to like pick up a rock and be like Like, how hard can I throw this thing? Could I kill a squirrel?
Give me an attack roll with your dexterity modifier.
Please.
It's literally
I
just a
hope it's
d20
bad.
in your dexterity modifier.
okay.
I literally hope it's bad.
Oh my god.
11.
It just kind of like hits and skips and rolls and
Must be some serious training, I guess.
Years.
Heidi, give me a perception check for your watch.
16.
Everything seems, the usual creepy, unsettling forest. And every so often, there's this weird sound of like a deep, low purring coming from the woods.
I'm gonna stay right where I am, but I'm just gonna, as I like drum my fingers on the ground, little spots of black mold appear where they're drumming, and a little cat meow sounds out into the air.
The purring stops.
Okay.
And does not pick up again.
Okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. Staying right here.
And the rest of your watch goes off quietly until finally you see easily that first light as the sun starts to come back into view.
Finally. Get up, stretch, and I'm gonna pick up a rock. And I'm gonna just throw it at Courier's feet.
Give me an attack roll.
At her feet.
Non-lethal, but it's the same tactic, the same mechanic.
Yes.
Wait, what do I keep forgetting? I have to write it down. What's
Dexterity.
a normal? Dexterity.
If you throw something, it's dexterity.
6.
What's your armor
See,
class?
it's really hard.
Oh, sorry, with advantage because they're unconscious and not moving.
Wow.
17.
Okay.
Motherfucker. Gunk off her boots. Immediately, Courier is something like popped her foot, eyes open, short sword, because she's held it.
Yeah.
Blade pitting down. Whoosh.
And I'm gonna slide because I knew like you were. So I'm gonna slide under the arm and pop up inside and go, "Good morning." I'll go to wake up Tobi.
I've told you I hate that alarm.
Are you going to throw something at me or are you just waking me up?
I'm just gonna wake you up. Hey, Colonel. Morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Morning.
Courier immediately gets up, stretches, things pop, things creak, looks around for her crossbow.
Is it still bad? Did you
wherever-
fix it?
I fixed it.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss it over to you and say, "Hey, don't set up Tobi like that.
What?
You told him I was good to go? Come on.
No. I said it was a learning experience.
You and your learning experiences.
You learn by doing.
You're gonna get someone killed."
They seem to have done it correctly.
That's correct.
Okay.
What? Because all Courier knows is her crossbow is primed, it's ready, and it's looking good because she set it up.
Colonel,
Yes.
did you do that?
I have learned how to set up a crossbow.
That was
but
a
it
yes
did-
or no question.
I did not do that.
Come here.
Okay.
And she will, in her very cold and sort of detached, methodical way, show you every step very slowly and work you through it. After every step, watching your eyes, making sure you got it. Quickly undo it, take the bolt off, hand them both to you.
Okay.
Now
Can I just
fix it.
actually roll.
Yeah.
See how? Okay. What is it gonna be?
I would say this is a straight intelligence check to see if you picked it up from. Here's the thing. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, of course. Because I am intending on helping and
Yes.
teaching.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this backwards. Whatever Rachael rolls, the subtract that from 20, and that's your DC. So how the better they do, the lower your DC is.
You need to beat an 11.
What'd you get?
A 7.
Still not quite getting there.
Yeah.
And it might be your fault for not understanding, or Courier may not be that good a teacher.
No. That's probably more the issue. Is also a little bit of intimidation, a little bit of a very rough first morning lesson that you weren't expecting.
Yeah, I think I got it. Yep.
Yeah.
She looks it over, looks at you. More time. Okay. And just takes it and sets it down. Like sets it on her side and hooks it on. And it is a offensive amount of speed in which she can reload that thing.
That's fair.
While this is happening, I just want to peer, now that it's light, like, do I see a cat anywhere?
A cat?
Yeah, I want to look for a cat.
Give me a perception or investigation.
Okay.
Just let me know which one.
I am going to do perception. 17.
Nice.
Perception? Kind of like not going so far up the mountain into the trees that you lose sight of everyone, but enough
Never.
that you can get a little better look on things. No cat, no sign of cat. You mostly just see kind of like the normal like you can hear like the skittering along the ground of like small animals, lizards or such, like kind of skittering around. There is as you turn back, you see 4 or 5 of these little birds in one of the like in a bush that's just kind of like flitting around. They're about yay big, black with purple struck through their feathers, who just kind of like skitter about, dot about, do the bird thing.
I give them the side eye.
They don't respond. They're birds.
Okay, go back to them.
Okay. And I'm assuming you all follow along the train tracks.
Yep.
As we're walking, just a little bit of silence. And
Oh, yeah, and actually, I want to say, is anyone else hungry? Here, I got 7 of these. Pull out my extra berries. I say, they go bad if we don't need them in 24 hours. You want some?
Oh, we
Can
should
we?
establish something real quick.
Oh, okay.
What were your hit points out last night when you went to bed?
Oh, they were actually at, I erased it because I thought that I healed up with the
believe
rest.
you-
But it was at like 15. Yeah,
15?
or 16.
What's your hit die?
My hit. It's blank. Great question. What's
Oh my god. Yeah. Since you're looking for
say
hers,
anything there.
why don't you look for mine too?
I know what yours is. Yours
What is it?
a D6 because you're still a townsperson. Your hit die is a D8.
a D8?
And you took no damage, right?
none.
Okay.
I should roll a D8.
So
Yes.
roll. Yes. So the way healing works in the worst of times
Ah,
is you do not
you don't just
you
get
do
it
not
back.
get it all back on a long. You get to roll your hit
Wow.
dice after a long
Okay.
rest.
What a.
So you roll a D8.
Nice.
Add your Constitution modifier.
I think you're back to full.
Yeah, well, definitely. I was only 2 down. And
Great. Then you're back up to full.
Yay.
But for future reference,
Good to know.
that is how that works.
That's great.
Yes. You do not sleep 8 hours and recover 60 HP at level 10 or whatever.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, I'm just going to say here. I'm going to throw 3 to Tobi
Okay.
and 2 to Koa, 2 to me.
No.
Come on.
You two eat.
Have 1. It's enough for a full day meal. Ugh. I'll take the extra.
What Do you mean as a full day meal?
Eat it.
Eat it.
Do we not get hungry?
Eat it.
And then I just...
What does it taste like? What do the berries that Heidi makes taste like?
Such a good question. I think they taste like extreme Sour Patch. Like very sweet, very sour, and they definitely stain your mouth dark blue-black.
It's a warhead.
Oh, yeah. Good, right?
Courier is just quiet,
Is this why you didn't
hating
want
life, having to eat this fucking berry again. She knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
She only ate it because it makes Heidi happy to see her just so grump about it. And she just looks over at Tobi and sees Tobi's
Yeah.
face and just
mouth is salivating.
holds out the water skin and hands it over.
Where did you get these berries?
They're the best, aren't they? And don't you feel full now?
That's not what I asked.
Not the entire water skin.
Here.
Puts it back.
Speaking of, how much water do you have? Without the cart?
Probably just the water skin.
The one?
What I have and what she has.
Yeah, I probably have one.
Okay.
I don't.
We were traveling before. We
Yeah.
each have one.
I'm so sad.
So you have about a 1.5 water skins right now?
Yes.
Cool. You can choose. I need someone to give me a survival check for traveling.
So who can do that?
The
I
better
can.
you're following the
Probably
train tracks, so you don't have to worry about getting lost. What I need is the better you roll, the faster you will travel without incident. Or I should say further you will travel without incident.
I can say that I am pretty good moving on my feet because I am literally a courier.
Yeah.
So, may I?
Please.
Yes, I think you have the best
Please
chance.
do.
I'm so good at moving on my
You're
feet. It's
awesome.
a 7.
Fuck.
Because
Listen, it could've
what
been
else is this game?
could've.
Right? What else is this fucking game?
Is it okay if I try? Is it the damn?
It's a one person at a time thing.
Okay.
So,
I am so good. In fact, I really am confident in the woods.
honestly, it's again, you're just following the train tracks. You're not going super far. So it's not, or sorry, you're not going super off track. You don't have to map the path. It's not like when you had the Gavrader and you were in the woods, you're staying out of the wilderness. So it's not terribly a problem. The only issue you start to run into is as you travel is the clouds getting darker. And the day, it's the day ends. You guys camp, keep watch. Next day comes. Clouds are getting darker. Yeah.
As someone from the lands,
Mm-hmm.
I feel as if it might start raining.
It's
So-
looking like it.
So, yeah. I'm just gonna pull out like the letter that I had found on the body, just to like see what it had said, because it has dried now.
Nice.
And I just remembered it.
No, hey,
So
take it.
I open it, and what does it say?
It says, "Dear Lizette, I'm sorry things have been hard lately. I am sure they will pick up. The war cannot go on forever. And soon you'll be home with me and your mother again. We're going to be sending you a few things, non-perishables. So keep an eye out for the post. Love, your father."
I just close it and keep it to myself, unless you guys saw and you want to know. But that's I'm not gonna willingly share that. I feel bad that he was dead, and you guys don't know that I found him, and Yeah.
Courier's in front, unless you bring her attention to
I would have
something.
noticed.
Tobi, can you give me another history check? I meant to have you roll this last night, but it's fine. The timing isn't necessarily the most important part.
Happening, bro. 7. No. Mm-mm.
What's
3.
happening? It's the worst of times.
True. Actually.
Okay. So far, nothing's. It's more just reflecting on how bad things have been.
Can I do an insight check on my brain?
No,
Bam.
that was the check you got.
And I said to myself, please tell me what you're feeling.
Yeah. Or remember.
That would be really useful.
She has this moment of intense introspection going, I think I can emotionally label these feelings now. I am sad. Good job.
Yeah. Damn. Do you know what I was going to do?
On an insight check.
Yeah.
On your brain.
Okay.
Was that the big reveal?
I was going to see if I had remembered what was like.
That's what the history check was for.
Yeah, okay. I thought
Yep.
that's what. Fuck.
Yep.
If I look back, will I see you deep in contemplation?
Yes.
Trying to figure out what was that thing that was gnawing on the back of your head, on the back of your mind.
What is your concern?
Just all the weird stuff that we've encountered so far. That's it.
Walk with me.
And then I just go up front.
We have many hours to walk. And a fair amount of quiet forest. And at the end of this journey, you will go on to do whatever it is you need to do, and we will go on to do what we need to do. So if you need to make your peace with things, say things, and leave them behind with the rails and the trees, then say them. You'll find I'm well versed in secrets.
Thank you. And then I kind of just fall back just a little bit. Just to go be with myself and see if there's anything I need to let go on this journey. We'll see.
It's the next day of travel when there's a crack of thunder and the sky opens and rain pours down the Lethamal Mountains. It is not very long in this downpour before the train tracks become a river. And you find yourselves having to climb up into the trees where you can grab onto things to keep from being washed away.
When we're a little bit higher, and we can see more of the horizon in the sky, do we see an end to this?
To the rain? To the storm?
Yeah, I mean, you're high enough up, you can see 7 miles?
When you look to the east, toward Rhondo, yes, there is clear skies very far away. But they're there. But you were looking around and realizing that night is going to come before that does. So,
And it's still raining, and we still have the issue of the water underneath.
yeah. I mean, you can, it's more a matter of don't stay on level ground or you're going to get washed out.
Okay. And we're in a mountainous region. Can we find some sort of hill?
Give me a survival check.
Can I try as well?
You can either both check
also gonna try.
or I will let you all check, or
Yes.
you can give someone advantage.
And I'll check.
Sure.
I have some skill in this area.
I'm gonna give you advantage.
Whoa. Oh, that's not bad. That's not even in the box. Yeah, 17.
Oh, thank God.
It's looking for, when you say hill, I assume you mean shelter.
I mean, even if there's like a rocky overhang or a particularly dense set of trees that's closer together that has like maybe thicker branches that we can do something with, anything that will get us off the ground and some amount of shelter from the rain.
Absolutely. And you don't have to travel too far.
Yeah.
You have to get up, moving against the current of
Yes.
all this water coming down the mountainside. But as you manage to pull your way up, helping each other, using trees as leverage,
Yeah.
there's so many trees.
Ko is in the back and she is helping push people. She's helping lift people. She's making sure kids are up.
There's a ledge eventually, a rocky outcropping that you manage to push your way up onto.
Yeah.
That manages to have enough of an overhang that the water running down the mountainside just goes over, and it's almost creating like a little waterfall that you have to kind of climb around to get up into the rocky outcropping, which is, but it's dry-ish on the inside. At least you're not in the rain anymore, and you can settle up there for the night, per se.
Ugh.
Can you light your candles?
Absolutely.
I kind of like go to the edge, and I'm just like trying to like see through like the little water, and like to myself, I'm like, I hope Polarnak is fine.
There's a boom of thunder and a flash of lightning. I need a perception check for you if you're trying to look through the water.
Okay. 12.
That boom of thunder kind of like echoes with the sound of the rain, the downpour around you, and causing this like sheet of water. But it's not loud enough to cover that enormous purring sound as you hear it approaching the other side of the waterfall. And that's where we're going to end the session. So as the night rolls on,
Sorry.
actually, I said that, but as the night rolls on, the train doesn't
not
roll until daybreak. But once the sun starts to come back out, and the train heads out of Persistence, having dropped off its passengers, picked up passengers, reloaded whatever it needed to do in the night. And with the sun back out, you can actually see Persistence very well now. Anyone who is actually looking, that it is, as you've asked, similar to Sunburst Falls, but a little more organized, a little more modern, vaguely, a little more designed with a plan. And as you guys roll past, you can see quite a few people who look like similarly dressed to the train attendants, but are very clearly citizens of Persistence, kind of like waving as the train rolls out. Next stop, Idolic. It's pretty early, and as the train starts moving, is anyone awake? Besides Archer. Actually, good point. Archer's awake.
I'm, as soon as I like start to stir, I'm like, oh, get up. Because I have to still bring food to Billy, because that's in my brain. Like, that's what I have to do.
Got it.
But as I get up to go, I see Faena asleep, and I go, I'm gonna go over to Faedan's room and knock and see if I make a little louder. Faedan.
Yeah. Yes.
I was gonna go bring Willie and Celeste food, but I don't want Faena to wake up and me not be here. But I
Okay.
also don't want to wake her up because I think she kind of needs sleep.
Right.
You want me to go get food for them? Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you could write a note.
Oh.
For Faena, for me.
Sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'll let her know. Do you want to say anything special? You want me to write it right now, or do you want me to?
Can you say, be right back getting fancy bread, and I'll bring you tea. And, if the squirrel comes by, no, it's not squirrel. I wouldn't know what the word squirrel. If the cute thing comes by, I say hi.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to the sleeper car, so to the dining car.
Okay.
Grab some fancy breads and some other stuff.
Yep.
I'm not gonna grab the tea yet.
Okay.
I'm going to walk past the car. I know that Celestar and Willie are at. I think Faedan told me that Archer was there, but I don't really know if he's still there.
Mhm.
But I'm just gonna like listen in, see if I hear
Give me a nature check.
a nature check.
Yes, the DC for this we're gonna say is 15.
5.
Okay. You grab your bread and etc. That your fancy bread that you're gonna take, and as you're walking, keeping there's plenty of windows open so you guys can see what's going on outside, watching the trees go past. And I think there's not a lot of things you have to associate, so it's weird. But the main thing you're able to notice is keep an eye on is when you start seeing ash falling from the sky. And it's alarming at first, and then you see more and more of it. As you're walking, it's just starting to get heavier and heavier as ash just falls. As you make your way up to the car.
I'm gonna stick my head out the window as much as I can, see if I can see what that's coming from.
The sky.
It's just coming from the sky.
It's just raining down.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
When I walk by the sleeper car, do I hear anybody talking or anything?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna keep walking past,
Okay.
and I'm going to go to the museum car,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see if the Well We'll See wrapped in my poncho is still there.
You wrapped in the poncho.
Yes.
Got it. You walked into the museum. You're passing still attendants who, as you walk past them, most people are asleep. The attendants are the only ones still around because it's still relatively early. But they nod at you as you go past, and seeing you go to the museum, seeing you headed towards the only thing that's up there, which is the museum. Everything else past that's not really for passengers. You do kind of catch a few of them being like, really into the museum.
Yeah, I'm gonna have breakfast in the museum.
No one spends that much time in the museum here because the smell is so bad that they've clocked that this one passenger keeps returning to the museum car.
Yep.
But yeah, and the poncho is in fact
Right.
we'll see is still tucked in under the grate in the little cubby area that no one's really paying attention to.
As soon as I know that it's there, I'm gonna go to turn around and pause and look up at the speaker horn thing in the corner and be like, "How you doing, train spirit guy? You better?
Ooh,
Good.
running.
Good. Okay. Talk to you later."
Running.
And I'm gonna very quickly head back towards the secret sleeper car.
Mhm.
But this time I'm actually gonna do the secret knock. Which I don't remember, so it's some random knock every time.
Yes.
It's like knock, knock, knock.
Archer,
knock,
there was
knock,
a
knock, knock,
random erratic knock at the door.
I brought breakfast.
Is Willie or Salzar awake?
Nope, it's so early.
But
There's not an answer for like a few seconds.
then I'm gonna do the secret knock again. Da, 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 but it's a different one.
I get up and I walk towards the door, and I go, thanks for the breakfast. I'll give it to them.
I think as soon as, did you open the door?
No, I just said it through the door.
I think as soon as River hears Archer's voice, like I got my food, just drops. Just like, oh crap.
If you want, you could leave it right by the door and I'll bring it in, or I could open the door and you could give it to them.
I don't want to put it on the ground because it's just croissants in my shirt.
Oh yeah. Okay. I was imagining a tray.
No, I got a tray. I just got a shirt full of food.
Okay, then I'm gonna open the door and you could come in.
Can I fit in this sleeper car with 4 people? Come on, like squeeze in.
Yeah, I guess you're trying to squeeze into the bunk. It's a very tight fit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, in the sleeper car is no problem, but you're right. The bunk is the bed. But you like Faedan and Archer and all were able to fit in there because Willie and people are on the bunks, so there's room to fit 4 people. It's just real tight.
So I'm gonna kind of unload all of the stuff onto the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, there was only 2 chocolate croissants left, and I might have eaten one on the way, but there's still one.
Okay, I'll tell them. They could fight over it. It's not my fault. It's not my.
Oh, you can have. I brought a lot.
Oh, I'll go get my own breakfast. It's okay.
Okay.
This was for them.
Okay. Is there anything else I need?
I know. I'm good, River. How are you?
I gotta go get tea.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Leaves. Immediately books it back to the dining car.
It is noticeably colder than yesterday. I should point out the train does not have. You are aware of it. You're not bothered by it.
Right.
Archer, you are
me anyway.
aware and bothered that it is just that cold.
It's colder now.
Yeah, and you start to realize that there's no internal heating on this train.
Yeah.
So
I'll just take out the warmer jacket.
yeah, just keeping you updated. The weather is getting noticeably colder. And Archer, as you do look out, noticing the change in the weather, looking out the windows of the sleeper car, you see it starting to snow.
Snow?
Yeah, you don't know what snow is.
I'm still freaking out about that.
Yeah, it's just a river. It's just ash falling from the sky. Lots of it. It's starting to pile.
Put that together.
It's starting to pile up.
Okay.
Just heaps of white ash in the mountains.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna go back to the dining car.
Okay.
And yeah, I am walking quickly.
There's now 2 more people in the dining car.
Great. I'm going to get tea, a glass of whiskey, and some more snacks, and kind of look outside at the ash falling down. That is kind of making me nervous, but it doesn't seem to be making anybody else nervous.
No, they all seem fine with it.
So I'm just
They
gonna.
do seem a little bundled up.
I'm gonna just roll with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the car.
Mhm.
Is Faena awake yet?
How cold is it?
Probably not. It's very cold.
Oh, then just bundled up in like the most like childlike sleep ever. Faena is deep asleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set the tea next to the bunk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out the the winter coat that her dad gave me. I'm gonna lay it on top of her. And then
Adds to the bundle.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go knock on Faden's door.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still awake or did you fall back asleep?
No, I'm up. I'm up.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I brought you some breakfast.
Oh,
Hand you the glass of whiskey and some fancy bread.
Enjoy your breakfast.
this is
I genuinely think River didn't put together that whiskey isn't a breakfast drink.
Tracks.
But also, Faedan knows this is the exact breakfast that he wanted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. This is awesome.
Yeah, Faedan, it is freezing.
Yeah.
For context, again, you guys got on a train in a town where you had just celebrated effectively the spring holiday.
Yeah.
And it's snowing now. So.
I'm gonna turn to walk away and go back to my. I'm gonna kind of turn back and be like, "Hey, Faedan, Is there such thing as cold fire?
I don't think so. I don't know all types of magic though, so maybe. You know.
Okay. Then how is there cold ash from the sky?
Cold. You've not seen snow. That's what I'm. Snow. It's frozen water falling from the sky. That's what it is.
I'm gonna go stick my hand out the window.
Cold.
Catch some.
Definitely catching a bunch of snow. It's falling heavy.
It doesn't taste like ash.
Nope. Just
I'm gonna
water.
Eat the snow in my hand.
That seems like the exact thing that I would do if I'm 20 years old, didn't know what snow was.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, this happens every year essentially. So
I'm gonna plop down on Faedan's bunk and just chill because Faeda's asleep. What you doing?
waking up. That's all. I have not thought about one step outside of just keeping warm and staying awake.
Cool. Yep. Mm-hmm. There's not that many people awake right now.
No, I figured it's pretty early. Why are you awake?
Because I need to make sure that Billy got food. And Zelstar. And I guess Archer, but he didn't want any of the food I brought.
No, he's particular, but that's all right. Are you? Why would you bring them food when they're not awake? Like you woke up pretty early.
Because less people are going to see me bringing them food if I do it before everyone's awake.
Okay.
I think about things ahead of time sometimes.
Okay. All right. That's a smart move.
I'm getting
actually.
better at that.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
The door to your car open. Is the bunk open? Did you guys close the bunk when you walked in?
I don't know.
Okay, then you guys.
We're
can
awake,
get-
it doesn't
the
matter.
door opens and an attendant walks in, sees you guys, and she's. I just wanted to inform you all that it looks like there is going to be a very heavy snowstorm we are going into.
I know what snow is.
Good. Then you're aware that it might present a bit of a delay in the train. It should not be very much, but we just have to head a little slower for safety.
Right.
So we may be arriving instead of first thing in the morning tomorrow, maybe later in the day. Might be by nightfall. Just informing you.
Okay.
So everyone
Makes
can
sense.
arrange their plans, and heads off. Kind of like you hear. Excuse me, just informing you that Oh, that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm good. Yeah, that's fine. Just get more sleep before we get there. All good. Thanks for the update. And as the train, and then as you hear like the door close behind, like another.
Just down every.
Yeah.
So that's
no answer from Faena. So the door opens and you hear them leave the car.
the worst thing about snow. It's traveling through it.
So, even though it melts when I lick it, you can't. It'll stop you from moving.
Well, it piles up pretty good, and then if it gets too cold, it'll freeze again after it starts to melt a little bit, and then you have ice. So.
That's how you get ice.
Yep. Yes.
Look at your whiskey glass, which has like one ice cube in it. Cool. Are any of your books like easy to see?
I have a rune. Not runeology. What's the word I'm looking for?
I would say, symbology.
Symbology. Book next to me.
I'm just gonna pick it up and start looking at it. Start flipping through the pages. I want to try and see if I can read anything. I was doing better at writing. So I'm
Give
hoping.
me a history check. We'll say that the DC on this is going to be 20.
16. I don't think that is high enough.
But it's close.
Maybe. I think it's less than 4 is my bonus. So
Yeah, kind of like glancing through it. You're like flipping through it, and you can't you're picking up like some of the words in commerce that you've seen before, but not it's like that's about all you've kind of like got, and then occasionally there's like a thing there that looks familiar,
Just
but like you can tell those are like the things that have been like print like what's the word I'm looking for, stamped in the book, like drawings that have been like made on plates and stamped instead of
drawings look familiar.
instead of type press. Yeah.
This might be more of a question for Faedan, but does anything, like, you know how when you have a book and you just like open it like opens to a page because that's what it's been looked at the most? Like, is there anything like, oh, this page looks like it's been gone over a lot of times?
Is there anything in the book that you've spent enough time looking at? Because I'm assuming most of your books are secondhand.
Looking for anything that looks like this. That's why I have the book next to me.
Sure. Give me an investigation check, Faedan. Oh no, dice.
Party foul.
Party. Now you have to drink.
He has whiskey just for that.
It was so far away, I didn't even look at what it was.
We can just count whatever's on this dice if you want. No, yeah. I left it there. It's a 20. Okay. It's a 19.
Oh, solid.
Nice. I'm not mad.
All right.
That has been phase 4. I didn't want to give that much away.
How much do I give you for that good roll without giving everything away?
Right. My favorites. You guys rolled natural 20s and 19s at the most inconvenient times possible.
For us, it's great.
So, can I see that?
Yeah.
So there's elements here and like the writing and whatnot that are hard to, if you're having trouble pinpointing, it's not really coming through. However, symbols like this with like
Incomplete triangle.
this like incomplete triangle, often you're seeing more and more uses of this in discussions of cycles. Cycles that are not natural, that are manufactured.
Okay.
Now, because they're being used in different runes, you're like compiling that information from different things, pulling from other things, but it's largely like this is an arcane process. This is a magical function that is used in some that like this is whatever this is purposed. It is a cycle that has been built by this magical function. Or for this ritual purpose, but it's always something that's like intended as like a process. But so I think that's the things that you would be finding would be references to that. So you've got like a component of an idea, but not necessarily knowing the function of it in what you have written down.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so back to my question. Is there like a page that's more open to that?
I would think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the stamps that look familiar, is that symbol one of them?
Not that one
So nothing on
necessarily.
that page looks familiar to me?
It's one of those things where it's like he's looking for specific information and researching. You're looking for what's familiar. So it's less of a matter of like, does this make sense to me and is it familiar, and more of a matter of like, okay, I can kind of like put together some of these familiar like symbol. It would be kind of like looking at Greek letters, and when delta comes up, going, I recognize a triangle. It's kind of that for you.
Fair.
It's like, I recognize these symbols. Their meaning is lost to me.
Fair.
Yeah.
What's this book about?
The symbology, it's kind of like a, well, okay. I'm just going to show you this because it
He's
doesn't
gonna
matter.
explain it to me?
This is on the back of my head.
What?
And
I'm just gonna immediately start grabbing your hair. Start grabbing the hair and be like, what the heck? And yeah, I see it.
and I don't know what it means. So I'm looking for any of these symbols that match something in this book that I can make sense of.
Huh.
And the only thing I found so far is the broken triangle or unfinished triangle.
That's funny.
So, I mean, if you see anything that looks like this,
Okay.
save that page. Dog gave that page,
I'll do my best, but how did it get there?
I don't know.
If you don't know what it is, why is it on your head?
I don't know.
Were you born with it?
I don't think so, but I mean, when's the last time you saw the back of your head?
I never.
Yeah, so.
Do I have one?
No. Nope.
Dang it.
Not the.
Faedan. There is a noticeable, layer of, red peach fuzz.
It's red. Oh, I had to take off my hat to show him too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. When the hat comes off, you're there's a layer you can see growing in of red peach fuzz.
So no, nothing on the back of your head. I mean, you just got a little bit of hair coming in. That's it.
I got hair. It's fuzzy.
Yeah.
You've got enough that you've got that weird soft puppy
Yeah.
feel. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go like this for the next 10 minutes.
Is that you didn't? I guess you wouldn't know, and I wouldn't know. You didn't have hair before you forgot things.
Before? No, I don't know.
Yeah, you would have forgotten it.
Quick question: Is your shirt short sleeve or long sleeve? You can also start to see growing on their arms, again that kind of same red peach fuzz.
Like the same thickness as on my head?
Not quite.
So that's cool. Things might be coming back. Maybe you'll get your memory back a little bit too.
Does memory grow like hair?
I don't think so. I know it's more complicated than that, but I mean, if one thing is getting better, getting more back to normal for you, then.
But I don't know what normal is, so maybe this is the opposite of normal. What if it's like I'm sick and I'm growing bacteria hair?
No, I mean.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, most people have some type of.
But why is mine this color?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not super common, but
Let's add that to the list of questions with no answers. Goes back
Yeah.
to pretending to read the book.
Eventually, as the morning comes on, Willie and Cellstar wake up. I'm assuming you wake up as well, but it's up to you guys what you also are doing with the day. There are no more stops between here and Idyllic.
Faena, when she wakes up, which is pretty late, the tea is an ice cube given the temperature. Yeah.
It's not cold enough for the tea to freeze, but it is cold enough to be.
It's at least got that layer of ice on it that
Yeah.
It's been long enough. Faena pulls out her journal and starts to write a letter.
Okay.
I'm not telling y'all to who, but
Okay. Sounds good. When Willie and Cellstar wake up, Cellstar's immediate response is can I stretch my legs or do I have to stay here?
You can stretch your legs. Yeah. You want to go somewhere?
No, I just want to walk. But I can walk up and down the sleeper car.
Yeah. Maybe I'll walk with you.
Sure. And he's just pacing
Yeah,
the sleeper
there's some
car,
food
just
right
not
there.
in the bunk. He's great. Grabs the chocolate croissant.
Because you woke up first.
That's how it works.
Yep. Just gonna stretch his legs back and forth, and you guys can see not only is it snowing, but it is piling up. Yep.
It's gonna be a cold winter. Eventually. Not this time. It's spring.
I was gonna say it's still a cycle to haul it back.
Yeah. All right. Seasons.
Well, I was gonna say it's just because. Why don't this isn't super uncommon knowledge, but you are from one town that you've never left. Why don't you give me a nature check?
Okay. Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that one?
That's a 6.
Okay. D&D, it's 9.
Total 9.
Yeah.
Okay. It is the cycle of the Hollowback, which is a warm season in Sunburst Falls. It's a warm season around most places. You get because Idolic isn't that far north. It is, however, in elevation much higher.
Okay.
And so that's probably it is a good bit north, but it's also much higher elevation. And so you're probably getting areas where like the weather is different because of that, not necessarily because of the time of year. So,
Okay.
unless there's anything anyone's dying to get done today.
Because I haven't eaten, I would ask Celestar if he wants to like walk with me to the dining car.
Absolutely, I would love to truly just not be in this car.
Okay.
I do not like confinement.
Willie's still asleep?
No, he's up.
Okay.
But he full on was like, River told me to stay here. It's for my own safety.
Yeah, do you want anything?
Yeah, if they've got one of those like bacon sandwiches, I'd love that.
Okay.
River doesn't understand nutrition, so just brings fancy bread. So
I need more than carbs.
routine in like 4 days.
It's fair. All Faena eats is berries.
Yeah.
So, which Faena would be in the dining car eating berries.
Okay, when so when you enter the dining car, it's got some people in it. There's a handful of folks that you've maybe seen, maybe not, who are just passengers, including one that you have seen as he sits at the table, furiously scribbling notes down. Whitworth sees you walk in. He's like, oh, Miss Faena, right? Yes. That's good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sleep well?
It's cold.
It is. Quite. Yes, and you see he also is like bundled in a very like thick coat. He's already like 5'2" and pretty stout, and the coat he's wearing just makes him even rounder. He has one of those hats that's got like ear flaps on it. He's like, yes, but I came prepared.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I see that.
You might want to get a coat as well.
Oh, I have things in the back.
Did you take my coat that I had on top of you, or did you leave it in there?
Oh, yeah, no, I probably would have worn that coat. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, what a warm coat you have on. I see you also prepared.
Yeah, my parents packed, and she would have donned herself in all the mittens and what was it, scarves, mittens, and
Yes.
hats that Sarah.
Yes, I was prepared. It does not snowing at the cycle of the Hollowback in Jondu, so I knew to be worried, but I see you were also prepared.
Yeah.
A wise move.
Yeah, my
John.
parents have been here once or twice, so.
Ah, yes. Yes. Ah, yes, because what you do, your family is...
Seamstress.
Yes. Clothing makers, fabricing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a proper verb, but...
Fabric making? Oh, well, we're going to our fabric maker. The person who, supplies us the fabric.
in Idolic.
In Idolic, yes.
Ah, I see.
Yes. May I sit with you?
Of course.
And she's gonna peek over, at the notes.
Oh my god, give me an investigation check. With disadvantage.
I love when the answer to rolls.
3.
3. It is a mess. It is also a mess in Jondon.
Yeah.
Which I think at this point from the conversations with River and the books from Faedan, you're like, I can kind of pick out what Jondon looks like.
Yeah.
But you can see he has Whitwer's handwriting is this small. And in Jondon. So you can see the notes he's making, but like they make no sense to you.
Yeah.
But you can get whatever your tea and berries, I presume.
Yeah, tea and berries, and
as
just sit there in silence.
Yeah,
while
it's only a few minutes later when the door opens and Archer walks in with Uncle Moby.
I was about to say, since we're on the way, I would stop by at Faedan's bunk first.
Okay.
It's the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
That you went to Faedan?
when we-
I did.
No, that's the first time it's actually happened by accident.
Oh,
Everyone
you
said
mixed
like,
up Faedan
"Oh,
and
it's
Faedan?
gonna be confusing." One time, one time it's
We
happened.
made it to episode 21. Session 21.
I think Ben mixes up like Artemis and River more than anyone's mixed up Faena and Faedan.
That's true.
I mean, he mixed up Celestar with Sebastian earlier. So
Now I'm waiting for Sebastian to show up.
You know what, Jason?
It's one of my favorite names.
Good job. Differentiating characters.
You too. So I'll stop by Faedan's because and the door's open.
yeah, it's still open. I haven't gone anywhere.
I
so.
just kept looking at the book in the like corner of the bunk, so I didn't go anywhere. And,
Just flipping through a book that you can kind of read.
I'm like finding I'm trying to learn more.
Got it.
So
And
for
I'm-
every letter I see find familiar, trying to put them together.
I'm laying on my bunk with another book. Just says History of Religion on the front.
Not a broad topic.
Can I knock on the door? Good morning.
Morning.
I'm about to go get some food. You guys want to join? With Celestar?
You can bring the book if
I
you want.
gotta check on Faena.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
I am gonna keep the book though, but I'm gonna go knock on the door. Faena. Faena.
Did you leave the door open?
No, just
Oh, yeah.
Open the door
I'm being
slightly,
you.
and I see that A, Faena's not there, and B, the tea I brought is just sitting there. Because I didn't think about it getting cold. Because I don't really realize that tea's supposed to be hot. So, wait, I'm coming.
Okay.
And then because I don't want to say her name too loudly in front of Archer, I'm gonna go up to her and be like, Faena's not there.
She probably went to get food too.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, the tea probably got cold by the time she woke up.
But
So
can you not drink it cold?
you can, but
Okay, sorry.
no, it's okay. We'll probably see her in the car. I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys should get to the dining car. You just see as you walk in with Uncle Moby that Faena and Wit were already seated.
So I would probably like go and grab myself some food for myself and also a bacon sandwich. Do they have any like paper or something I could wrap it in to keep it warm?
They have napkins.
Okay.
Yep. Like you can easily grab some napkins to wrap it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a problem.
I see Faena and immediately plop next to her.
The table only had 2 chairs. It's like one of those smaller ones because Whitwer was by himself. So you have to grab a chair
Yeah.
and pull it over.
I do. 100%.
Oh.
Hi, Faena. Did you get your tea?
Yes, thank you.
Sorry it got cold.
Oh, it's okay.
Hi, Whitwer.
Good morning. It would seem things have been. You had a rough night, it would seem, or rough yesterday. Things are very. You are all less energetic than you have been before.
Did you know that when you have cold ash, it's called snow?
Is this a Godfellian term? Cold ash. I'm not familiar.
Did you not know what snow is?
I do now.
Oh, is this a new? Oh, are you from somewhere farther south?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very south.
Notably, yes. The Blitzen Fields, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Did you know that you can eat the snow?
Oh no, River, you didn't eat snow, did you?
I put my hand outside and it was snow, and then Faden didn't say anything.
Yeah, you should be taking notes on this, I believe.
I'm taking notes on everything.
Great.
You never know what might be important.
I walk by. Since there's only 2 chairs there, right?
It is a table small,
Yeah.
only size for 2. There are now 3.
Yeah. I just go, morning, Faena. Morning, Whitwer.
Good morning.
And I like go to another table. I'm also gonna grab. Is there syrup at the dining car?
It's not like small little ones. It's like there's a large bottle of syrup on like a counter that you
Okay.
can go use.
I'm gonna grab a bowl and syrup.
Okay.
And then as like I go sit down to eat like breakfast and stuff, I'm gonna open the window and just kind of take the bowl and like put it out there to grab some of the snow. And even if there's like, not if it's really on the train, but just kind of grabbing the snow, making sure it's clean and like white.
Okay.
And put syrup on
It takes a minute to get that much snow, but you can do it. Yeah.
I'm watching this intensively and obsessively.
Where is also watching.
Hey, this is why you don't eat snow.
I'm gonna put a spoon in it and go. My kids love this. Once a year, it's like a snow cone.
The confusion at first, and then the joy of just it's just sugar and water, and Faedan loves sugar, so yes. Sorry, Faedan, I just got myself Faedan.
I was like,
Good morning.
I blame you for this.
It's begun.
I blame you for this.
Yeah.
And River loves sugar, so
Faena is looking at this whole scenario absolutely horrified.
you want try some? Okay. Rittler?
Oh, of course. He takes like a single spoonful, goes, hands it back to you. Of course, you say this is for your children. That makes sense.
yeah, it's a sweet treat in the winter.
Yes.
Faena's so uncomfortable at this point that she gets up out of her seat and leaves.
As you go to open the door opens right before you get there, and you are encountered with a woman with dark skin, bushy red hair, who opens. She's a few inches shorter than Faedan is, and you see she walks in. She's wearing what looks significantly more like the clothes of a miner, with the sleeves rolled up. You can see she's very buff, although she's like significantly shorter than you. But as you go to open the door, the door opens, and you see it opens with a hand that is looks like it would belong to a 12-year-old. It's about that size, but it's blue, and you can see little painting, been decorated and painted polka dots and things as it opens the door.
Oh, excuse me.
Hey, is this the dining car?
Yes.
I was looking for food. Did you? Have you been here before?
Yes,
Right.
other side.
The other side of the train.
car.
Oh, right. Sorry,
keep,
no.
Keep going.
Oh, right. Sorry. And,
Yeah.
and she she doesn't move out of your way, or she doesn't move to let you go past. She just kind of squeezes herself,
And
which
Faena
makes the
just
door. Yeah, you can
navigates.
half of the doorway. You've squeezed her. She's like, sorry.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh?
Have a good day.
You too. Walks in, sees you all still looking that direction, I'm assuming, and goes, that one's real tall. And just keeps walking.
I'm gonna stand up.
It's like, damn, you're tall too. Oh. It's like, I'm going to the right place. I can tell. This is gonna be swell. Everybody here taller than me. Walks in, goes, looks around, goes, how do we order?
Oh, there's a attendant right at the counter. You could go ask him, or if you want any the snacks or stuff, is kind of as you choose. You could pick it up and
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Faena, right?